I've been told that, as you mentioned, these aren't even teams that that you root for, but I have been told that your sport of choice, that if you could choose, is, if I'm not mistaken, involving a Frisbee.
Disc golf.
And the world of golf.
By the way, Ricky Wasaki came to my show last night.
Yes, sir.
One of the best disc golfers ever. And I introduced him to the O-line. I was like, gentlemen, I want to introduce you to my athlete. This guy can huck a Frisbee. I mean, just great forehand, great backhand. I love disc golf. I love it. It's an extremely accessible sport. It's fun. You can smoke weed while you do it. You can drink. It's great. Like, you see big dudes that are out of shape, and then they're like, and then they just throw a great disc, and then you're on the course, and he's like, indica or sativa? And you're like, sativa. And he's like, I grow my own. You should try this. And then it's awesome. And they're beautiful. It's beautiful landscapes.
Well, because I mean, they all look beautiful if that's what you're doing while you're playing disc golf. I mean, you know what I mean?
I don't know who does it sober.
So what the hell is it? I mean,
so
please have the floor.
So it's regular. Here's what I love about it. The learning curve is extremely accessible.
Okay.
So it's little discs. They're all shaped roughly the same size, but they're different weights.
Yes.
And you have a driver, you have a mid-range, you have a putter, and they're like 350 yards, and you throw a Frisbee, and you get like usually 3 shots to the goal. And, and it's really fun. You can play with all your friends, and everyone learns really quickly.
It's on an actual golf course?
No. Well, they do some on an actual golf course, which I hate, because literally, you know how arrogant golfers are, and I'm a golfer, but if they see a bunch of stoners throwing a Frisbee on a golf course, they're like, excuse me, my privilege is hurting. My dad would lose his mind if he saw disc golfers over at Avila. So but they do have them on some golf courses. Usually they're in the woods or in the forest.
Okay.
And it's just awesome. It's really fun. I'll take you.
Please.
Yeah.
I've heard nothing but great things about it and how you are nuts about it.
I love it. I love it so much. And it's because it's like a fresh sport. It's like the beginning of the UFC when Rogan got involved.
Yes.
All the champions hit me up and they're like, yo, I live in Pensacola. You want me to take you for a round? And then they give you a bunch of discs and then they tell you what you're doing wrong. And so you have the greatest golfers or disc golfers playing with you and showing what you're doing. It's amazing. It's a very the community is amazing, and by the way, it's my fans too. Like every time I go there, they're like, "No way, you play disc golf?" I was like, "And I smoke weed and drink. Can you believe it? It's my brand."